Hey folks! Welcome back to Financial Future. I've got some exciting news for all of you receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits. The $2,000 stimulus checks have landed. Today's video is your essential guide to ensure you don't miss out on this much-needed financial boost. Just imagine the relief of discovering that extra $2,000 in your bank account. It could make a real difference, whether it's covering bills, stocking up on groceries, or simply easing financial worries. But here's the catch: you've got to check your account to see it. Don't worry though. We'll walk you through the simple steps to ensure your money's there. It's easy, and it's worth it to make sure you've got your hands on your stimulus check. So, don't wait around, tune in now and find out how to check your account. Your financial well-being matters, and we're here to help you make the most of this opportunity. Times are tough for many Americans right now, with inflation soaring and making every trip to the grocery store or gas station a budgeting nightmare. For seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans living on fixed incomes from Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits, just staying afloat has become an incredible challenge. That's why the news of potential $2,000 stimulus checks has sparked both hope and questions. Is it really happening? Who is eligible? How do you get the money, and when can you expect it? Let's dive into what we know so far about this potentially game-changing financial assistance. According to multiple reports from lawmakers and advocacy groups, there is a major push in Congress right now to approve a new wave of direct stimulus payments targeting lower-income Americans. While the finer details are still being hammered out, the current proposal calls for one-time $2,000 checks to be distributed to individuals receiving Social Security retirement benefits, SSDI, SSI, and VA disability compensation and pension. The reasoning behind targeting this specific subset of Americans is simple. These are some of the most financially vulnerable groups who rely entirely on fixed monthly payments that haven't kept up with this year's skyrocketing inflation. Rapidly rising costs for food, fuel, housing, and healthcare have essentially caused their income to take a huge hit in terms of buying power. While the income threshold and exact eligibility rules are still being negotiated in Congress, the overall goal is to get money into the hands of lower-income individuals and households in these key benefits programs. Both U.S. citizens and legal permanent residents would qualify as long as they were receiving payments under any of these federal programs. The biggest point of debate seems to be whether there will be any income phase-outs that would make higher-income individuals ineligible. Previous pandemic stimulus checks did have income caps, so this is a hotly contested issue in the negotiations. So, when could these $2,000 stimulus checks potentially start hitting bank accounts? While nothing is set in stone yet, most political analysts expect the proposal to move fairly quickly if it passes through Congress. The current optimistic timeline projects the bill could be approved and signed into law by late June. That would put the first wave of payments weeks away, potentially landing in bank accounts as soon as mid-July. However, previous pandemic-era relief bills showed that large-scale stimulus distribution can face numerous logistical hurdles and delays. If a similar rollout process is used this time around, the earliest payments may start in July, but it could easily bleed into August or September before all eligible recipients see their $2,000 stimulus hit. Of course, all of this is contingent on the proposal first surviving the intense political negotiations and amendment process in Congress. The entire $2,000 payment amount, eligibility rules, and spending authorization are far from a done deal at this point. The prospect of $2,000 stimulus checks has sparked hope but also skepticism. Could a lump sum payment really make a meaningful impact on the financial struggles so many are experiencing right now? Many analysts argue that such an influx of cash could be hugely impactful, especially for those living below or near the poverty line level on meager Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. However, critics also argue that only a one-time cash payment does little to address the systemic root issues at play. They stressed the need for long-term policy reforms to social safety nets, fair taxation, living wages, and more in order to uplift America's most vulnerable from the cycles of poverty. If you are one of the millions of Americans anticipating a $2,000 stimulus check from this proposal, is there anything you should do to prepare for handling that sizable cash influx? Financial experts have shared some guidelines and recommendations. First, prioritize essential needs. For many, this will be a much-needed opportunity to catch up on overdue rent, mortgage, utility bills, medical expenses, food costs, and more. Now let's talk another topic. I've got some exciting news regarding the Social Security 2100 Act that's been making waves. This bill aims to get more money out to you, with some individuals potentially seeing up to an extra $440 a month, along with additional percentage points added to the cost of living adjustment. Today, we're diving into the details because there are a whopping 14 major changes proposed for Social Security. But don't worry, we're going to focus on the top 7 in this video. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why has it taken so long for something to be done about Social Security? Congressman, you've expressed your passion for this issue time and time again. What's the missing piece here? Well, what's missing is the willingness to vote. Despite private assurances from many Republicans that they would support this bill, it's been a challenge to get it brought up for a vote. But the time has come for action, especially with 10,000 baby boomers becoming eligible for Social Security every day. Now let's jump into the heart of the matter: the proposed changes. They're aiming to make 14 positive changes to Social Security, but today, we'll focus on the first 7. In the next video, we'll cover the rest. So, buckle up! First on the agenda is preventing future cuts to the average wage index. This affects how your cost of living adjustments are calculated. They're also working to ensure that decreases in the average wage index won't impact Social Security payments. Next up is changing the earning credit for caregivers. Many individuals retire early to take care of loved ones, which can result in reduced benefits. The proposed change aims to ensure that caregivers receive credits for up to 5 years, minimizing the impact on their future benefits. Moving on, they want to eliminate the waiting period for disability payments. Currently, it takes an average of 5 months to receive disability payments, but they're aiming to reduce this to just 1 month. Another key change is eliminating the disability earnings cliffs. Currently, making just $1 extra can result in the loss of disability benefits. The proposed change aims to reduce the impact, ensuring that individuals don't lose their entire benefits due to minor increases in earnings. Fifth on the list is increasing the minimum Social Security benefits. The goal is to keep individuals above the poverty line, with proposed changes set to provide an extra $440 a month for those receiving the minimum benefit. They're also looking at alternatives for survivors' calculations, aiming to provide fair benefits to surviving spouses. And finally, they're proposing to increase benefits after 15 years of eligibility. This recognizes the increased costs faced by seniors over time, ensuring they receive additional support. So, these are the top 7 changes proposed in the Social Security 2100 Act. It's a step in the right direction, and we'll keep you updated on any developments. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on the latest news and updates. And remember, your voice matters. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited about the potential changes to Social Security? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video for the remaining 7 changes. Until then, take care.